Nintendo has done it again. They've outraged the fans by making yet another stupid decision. This time, Nintendo has decided to kill off the 3DS and Wii U eShops, and that means some games will be lost forever. So I took it upon myself to buy some games for my 2DS before they're lost to time, and I want to show you the games I purchased. Let's start! I of course started with Virtual Console games. There isn't anything of note here, so let's just move on to what I really want to show you. After getting all the retro games I wanted, I then looked at the indie as well as third-party games, and boy did they not disappoint. Let's take a look at our first game. Phasmophobia: Hall of Spectres 3D is a simple horror game that mixes the gameplay of Pac-Man with the gameplay of a game like, let's say, Slender. Despite how simple it is, I actually really enjoy it. I've nearly perfected the game and have gotten times like this from memorizing everything. If you have the spare change, I'd recommend it. In Slime Slayer, you slay slimes. Very insightful, I know, but that's all there is to it. You just defeat slimes to progress through an infinite amount of randomly generated levels. That's really it. Pixel Hunter is one of those games where you just start playing and immediately know you're gonna hate it. It's filled with tricky jumps, awful enemy placement, and worst of all, when you die, the loading screen just takes ages. This game pisses me off, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you're like a masochist or something. This one is easily one of the best games on this video. Ping Pong Trick Shot has simple but exciting gameplay that's easy to get used to. Your objective is to get the ping pong ball into the cup, and there are at least 30 levels. There are 4 modes to choose from that change up the gameplay, my personal favorite being Mission Mode, which is actually what you're seeing right now. I also want to add that the music in this game is calming. It really sets the mood for what you're doing, and I would personally recommend this game to someone that just likes relaxing games. Yep, there is a sequel, and it's great. There are new mechanics, a new soundtrack, and an overall new look. With all that said, let's move on. "3D Retro Dungeon Challenge" is a collection of puzzles set in a Zelda-esque lair. Each level is unique and uses the game's mechanics to their fullest. There's even a boss at the very end. Unfortunately, the game is very short, making it feel more like a proof of concept than an actual game. Each level, however, is very fun. Battle Miner Z is a knockoff Minecraft. That's it. There is a mode where you fight off waves of zombies, and it is decently fun, but it's just hard to see past the obvious, copying. So let's just move on. Squarecat is a weird one. This game is a puzzle platformer that takes place on both screens. I would really enjoy this game if it didn't have such awkward controls. Every jump feels like a chore and the physics can be really wonky. Also, the game lacks any music, and there's just low quality ambient sounds constantly playing, which makes the whole game really eerie. I don't know, this game is just strange to me. Fatal Fracture was created by the same developers as Squarecat, so the game is pretty bad as you might expect. The game is a Doom clone, but there is no end goal. There's an infinite amount of levels, and you just shoot all the monsters. One thing I want to add is that this game, like Squarecat, is very eerie. You may be surrounded by enemies, but you're going to feel very alone. The music is also of abysmal quality, also there's my cat, so that's something. There's nothing else to say, so let's just look at our last indie game. Yeah, that's just all the game is. I spent 8 cents on it on the eShop. Let's just look at 2 third-party games I got. After getting all those indie games, I bought 2 third-party games that caught my attention. The first one was Cut the Rope, because I had nothing else to spend my money on. And the second one was Garfield Kart. Now, I don't want to explain too much about Garfield Kart because I want to make an entire video about it. I personally believe that a masterpiece deserves its own video. Well, those are all the 3DS games I got before the eShop's demise. It's honestly sad to see a part of my childhood get taken away so mercilessly. I'm sure a lot of us have memories of scrolling the eShop looking at games we couldn't buy, and then being so excited when we finally did have the money to get them. Nintendo shops aren't just shops, they're a part of gaming culture. From the days of the Wii shop, up to the shop on the Nintendo Switch now, they've just always been there. While I am sad to see the eShop go, I can at least take comfort in the fact that I still have my memories of it. Getting Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the eShop was such a happy day for me, and I remember me rushing outside to tell my friend about me getting it once it had finished downloading. I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little too sentimental about an online store made to take money from kids. I honestly don't care. I've said everything I wanted to say, so I'm signing off. See ya.